Look right here on WVUE TV. Saints fans, of course, will never forget John Gilliam. First time he touched a football, he took it back for a touchdown on a kickoff. But you may not remember the first Saint to ever take a punt back for a touchdown. His name was Charlie Brown, and as Lionel Bienvenu reports, his story didn't end when he walked away from football.
Charlie Brown was a standout running back at the University of Missouri. He was good enough to attract the attention of the expansion New Orleans Saints team. In 1967, they drafted him in the 10th round. On the plane to New Orleans, Brown found himself seated next to another Saints draftee.
Somehow or another, I ended up in the seat next to me with another young athletic-looking guy, and we didn't talk very much at first, but finally Dan said, "My name's Dan Abramowitz." And I didn't know Dan Abramowitz, you know. And he said, I said, "My name's Charlie Brown." He said, "Hey, where are you going?" I said, "New Orleans." He said, "Oh, great, we're both going to New Orleans." He said, "What you going there for?" I said, "I was drafted by the Saints." He said, "Great, I was too." And he said, "Man, are you nervous?" I said, "Really? Yeah." And he said, "I'm from some coal mine in town. You know, I've not been much too far out of my state." He said, "But you know what? We're going to make this team." I said, "Yeah, we are."
And they did. Brown was a backup running back and kick returner. He remembers the early days in 1967, days where 80,000 plus fans screamed for 3 hours straight, days where Saints players were treated like kings in a 24-hour non-stop city. But Charlie Brown's best memory came on December 15th, 1968, as the Saints played the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The week before, we played, I think it was the Philadelphia Eagles out of town, and I fumbled a punt and for safety, and the tide of the game turned. The Eagles defeated us, and all that week the newspapers, Charlie Brown go home and catch the ball, Charlie Brown. And Tom Fears had enough confidence in me. He said, "Charlie, I'm going to send you back in there."
A man named Charlie Brown lit the fuse.
And I want you to show those people. And the first chance I got to touch that football, I knew I had to do something right. And I didn't close my eyes, but it was like a dream fit.
No Saint would return a punt for a touchdown until 21 years later. After his career with the Saints ended in 1970, Brown played 3 years in the Canadian Football League. After that, he went back to school and got his master's and his doctorate in education. And now, Dr. Charlie Brown, his wife Shirley, and his 2 sons reside in St. Louis, where he and Shirley are administrators in the St. Louis public school system.
I used to sit back to wait for the opening kickoff and look up at the crowd and say, "They're paying me to do this, do something I enjoy doing." And every day I get up to go to work, I feel the same way. It's all about helping young people to excel. These are the citizens of tomorrow, and especially in urban areas, there's a lot of deficits and a lot of problems, and I have dedicated my life to helping these inner city young people to overcome some barriers.
For the Playbook, this is Lionel Bienvenu.